So we're going to look at finding an estimate for the mean from a grouped frequency table. We're going to look at two examples about how we can do this. So the first example we've got is looking at Timmy, who's measured the length of pencils in his friend's pencil cases. We recorded all his results in this table, and we're now going to find an estimate for the mean from this table. So the first thing we need to do is look at our groups, and we need to look at each of the groups and look for the midpoint for them. So the first group goes from 50 up to 60. So if we find the midpoint of that, we will see that it should be 55. If we look for the next group, the midpoint should be 65, then 75 for the next one, then 85, and then 95 for the final group. So these are our midpoints. I'm then going to, for each row, I'm going to multiply my midpoints by my frequencies. So the first row, I'm going to do 55 multiplied by 4, which is 220. Then I'm going to do 65 multiplied by 6, which is 390. I'm going to do 12 multiplied by 75, which is 900. I'm going to do 85 multiplied by 10, which is 850. And I'm going to do 95 multiplied by 4, which is 380. When I've got those totals, I'm then going to add together all of these numbers that I've got here. When I add those together, I end up with 2,740. I then need to add together all of my frequencies. My total for that is 36. So to find my mean, I need to divide 2,740 by 36. If I round that to one decimal place, I end up with 76.1 millimetres. Our second example we're going to look at is about Zoe, who's planted different seedlings, and she's going to record the heights that they are at the moment. So again, we need to start off by looking at the midpoints for each of the groups. So the first group goes from 0 to 10, so we can see that the midpoint should be 5. The second group should be 15, third group 25, fourth group 35, and fifth group it should be 45. Again, we now have our midpoints. I'm going to multiply for each row my midpoints by the frequencies. So the first row, I need 5 times 4, which is 20. The second row, 15 multiplied by 6, which is 90. Third row, 25 multiplied by 11, which is 275. The fourth row, I need 35 multiplied by 17, which is 595. And the fifth row, I need 45 multiplied by 9, which is 405. Again, when I've got these totals, I add these together, and I get a total of 1,385. I also need to add together my frequencies, which is 47. So to calculate my mean, I need to do 1,385 divided by 47, which is 29.47 to 2 decimal places, and that height is measured in millimetres.